Hey everyone, so today I'm doing my first video in my Plan With Me series that I'm planning on doing on my channel. So what I'm planning on doing is at the end of every month, I'm going to do a video over everything that I did for that month to plan for my wedding. So today I'm going to talk about everything I did in the month of January to plan for my wedding. I think this is a really great way for me to be able to go back, obviously, and see what I did. And it's a good way for me to keep my family and my friends who want to know what I'm doing in the loop. I get asked a lot, like, what's the wedding planning like, or how's it going? And I'm like, oh my gosh, it's so crazy. And but this way people can watch and feel like they, know what's going on. It's also a good way for me to be able to keep Weston in the loop. I know that he wants to know what's going on, and sometimes we don't get to talk for as long as we'd like to, and I don't get to tell him everything. So I think this is a good way for him to feel like he's involved and knows what's going on with our wedding. So first things first, we did so much in the month of January, my mother and I. We probably did a little too much. I think we got a little bit excited, but everything was necessary and, so much fun. But for the first, year, I really just kind of sat idly by and just kind of like, I didn't do any planning basically. And if you know me, you know that was probably really hard for me. I, Pinterest a lot, but that was about it. My mom and dad were very clear that we weren't going to do any deposits or any like big decisions until we were officially a year out. So once January 1st rolled around, I was like, okay, this is it. It's coming. It's happening. We're doing it. And now I can officially say like, oh, I'm getting married in less than a year. And people aren't like, oh my gosh, that's crazy that you're planning your wedding and it's not for like 18 more months. I'm like, no. So it's official. I get to start planning my wedding now. And basically the first thing that we did, which we actually did this probably a couple months ago, was pick our wedding date. It was a very random date. It was just, I knew that we needed it to be after football season. My dad and my brother are both coaches, so it needed to be after football season. It needed to be in enough time after Weston got home from deployment, and it needed to be in enough time after the holidays that wasn't going to like interfere with, anything. And so it's 2 weeks after that. So January 14th, 2017 is our date. It's official. Hope it doesn't change. I'm going to be there, so hope you're there, Weston. But I'm really excited about that. The next thing that we did was we picked our reception venue and our ceremony venue. Our ceremony venue is going to be in a church, and I am so excited about that. That was something that was really important to me. I know now it's really popular to kind of have your wedding and your reception at the same place, get married outside and then come inside for the reception. But, my visions of my wedding have changed a lot since I was a little girl. But the one thing that has always remained the same is I did want to get married in a church. It was really important to me. So we're getting married at the Tarrytown Methodist Church in Austin, Texas, and it's beautiful. It's like the quintessential, chapel, and I'm so excited about it. The next venue that we got was our reception venue, and that was a little bit more difficult because it was, there's so many wedding reception venues in Austin. I think there's almost too many, but a lot of them are really small. They're small. They don't fit as many people as that I would like. All indoors. There's a lot that you can do, like 300 outdoors and 200 indoors, or like, 500 outdoors and like 50 indoors. But like, I wanted to have an indoor reception because it's going to be January in Texas. You have no idea what's going to happen. It could like start blizzarding. I don't know. And I wanted to make sure that all my bases were covered. So we ended up picking this place called the Brody Homestead, which is absolutely it's stunning. It was an old barn that was refurbished into this wedding reception venue. It's got this old dark wood. It's not old, but it's just like this beautiful dark wood. It's so elegant looking. And then it's got these chandeliers that completely like line the top of the reception venue. And they're about 8 feet tall. I think there's like 6 or 8 chandeliers. I didn't know if I wanted to have like a barn like reception venue because I didn't know if that was like my style, but it's perfect. It's got the perfect combination between the rustic, charm that Weston has and like the more clean and elegant that I do. And I think it's a really good combination between the both of us. And I'm really excited about it. So 2 days later, after we got our reception venue, my mother and I went to the Austin Bridal Extravaganza, which was so much fun. And it was so like a whirlwind. It was like, I felt like I was drunk the entire time I was in there. I was like, oh my God, what's going on? But because there's literally everything from cake people to flower people to caterers to DJs. And it's just like literally hundreds and hundreds of people roaming around. But it's a great thing to do because they offer you great discounts there if you book with them there. And we had a mission. So we went in, and within 5 minutes, I was like, Mom, I'm overwhelmed. And we had to have like a glass of wine and like really talk about what we were like actually doing there and like what we were really planning on getting. So we ended up booking our photographer. We're working with these people called Perry Photography. They're a family, and they are absolutely the sweetest people in the world. I'm so excited to work with them. We saw their pictures like in their little booth, and I was like, I like them. I don't know. I like the way they do their pictures, and they are just the sweetest people. The second thing we ended up getting was my wedding planner. Her name is Sarah, and she works for a company called Mrs. Planner, and she's going to be my month of wedding planner. I wasn't okay with like giving full control of my wedding away to somebody because I am such a planner. I'm so type A, if you know me, and I want to be able to plan my wedding, and me and my mother are having such a great time with it. But on the last month, we do want to be able to like relax and just kind of enjoy, and be able to like, do all the fun stuff like spa stuff and hair stuff and makeup stuff without feeling like, and be able to relax a little bit the last month. So she's going to be able to take over for the last month. And so I'm really excited to be working with her. The third thing that we got there was the people who are going to do like our event rentals. We already got all of our linens and stuff. Like that is so ahead of schedule, but they were having like this 50% off sale on all linens. So we got all of the linens and all of the like charger plates. So we're also going to probably work with them to do all of our other like decor, like candle votives and candelabras and like signs and things like that. So I'm really excited to work with them. And then the last thing that we did at the bridal extravaganza was pick the people who are going to do our florals. And they are called Wild Bunches, and they're based out of Dripping Springs, but they're one of the best floral people in like all of Austin. They get crazy great reviews. Everyone recommends them. They're really high up on like the Knot and Wedding Wire and stuff like that. And so I'm really excited about working with them. But the most exciting about that is the girl who's actually like heading my wedding is in my sorority, and she's one of my really good friends. Her name is Bay, and I'm really excited about working with her. She, it's going to be good for me because she is my friend. She was already invited to the wedding, but I feel like I can be able to like tell her, if I have any comments, questions, concerns, or whatever, I can talk to her about them without feeling like, stepping on any toes or anything. I know she'll be honest with me, and I know she'll make sure that everything's great, and I'm so excited. So I'm so excited to work with you, Bay. And then the last thing that we did for the month of January that we did last weekend was, and the most important, is we picked my gown. I went wedding dress shopping last weekend with my mom, my future mother-in-law, Terry, my maid of honor, Ashley, and two of my bridesmaids, Taylor and Natalie. And we went to several wedding bridal boutiques in Austin. And I ended up finding my gown at this place called Blush Bridal. And it was honestly the most exciting experience. I've always kind of struggled with, self-confidence issues and stuff. But when I tried on my gown, I had the total bridal moment. I cried. I'll probably do another video over it. But my gown is everything that I could have wanted or wished for or dreamed of. So I'm so excited. But I'm not going to talk too much about my dress because it's going to be a surprise, but I'm really excited about it. But that's everything that we've done for the month of January. Me and my mother are going to take kind of a little bit of a break because we have done so much. Like a lot of the things we've done, you're not even supposed to do for like a couple of months down the road. So we're like way ahead of schedule. But I'm so excited. I think the next really big thing that we're going to do is register for all of my wedding gifts and stuff like that. So I will do a video like this at the end of February talking about everything that I did for the month of February. But I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will talk to y'all next time. Bye.